It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunton. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here.
On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home.
Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 101 yards.
And he's
right away, he lost the football. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes. So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this to the 32. When you look at this defense,
and they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 2.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast, They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. It's a quarterback sneak. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 1 yard is the gain, and that'll give him a first down.
Results in a first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Marion. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Lyles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Lyles. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They'll run on first down. Marion. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a first carry here for their running back. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Result is a first down.
They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
They need 2. Here's third down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And how about the big boy, the D tackle there, feasting on the O-line, getting his squad 2 points.
The glory guys are the defensive ends and the outside linebackers. They create the pressure from the edge, but those big fellas inside that can collapse a pocket, sometimes they get rewarded too.
Extra round at the post-game buffet. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This will be fielded at the 17.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Operating from the gun, Lyles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go with the keeper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll give him the first down. Up the middle they go. Marion. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
They'll keep it on the ground. Marion. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. Results in a first down.
The first carry now. This is Matthews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's another first down. A gain of 15. Result is a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, it's 9-0. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The 17-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On the give, this is their fullback. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They come up short here on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
He finds his man complete. That's Wilkins. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
35-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wilkins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That's good for a 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They work now on 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Lyles. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And a first down.
On first down, Marion. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. Lyles. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Lyles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robertson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
46-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Marion.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Matthews up the middle. Shifts by him. And touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Back to throw now on first down. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 14.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 11.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Lyles. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. Result
Up the middle they go. Marion. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Marion. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Marion. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lyles. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down. Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground. Marion. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports halftime report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Lyles. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Finally held down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They get
under pressure. They got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. So they bring out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43.
Ooh, the juke. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's a gain of 29. That's another 1st down.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
2nd and 2. And it's caught. Touchdown. From a yard out. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
Will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he'll wind up short of the goal line, so they will not be able to get this back within a score as this remains a 10-point differential.
13.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes, right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
13.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Able to slither by.
His guys take over first
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll drop to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. And call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
22-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter.
Throwing to start the drive.
Lyles. Now he's going to step up and run.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Up the middle they go. Marion. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man complete. It's Wilkins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Makes it 3rd.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's another first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wilkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's another first down. First and goal.
He'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense has come up with it. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Looking to put a drive together. They start the drive with Matthews. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Matthews. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
At the 24-yard line. A 2-yard pickup.
They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
That's good.
Give him 2 on the play there. Good for a first down.
25-yard line.
Again, left side to Matthews. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Lyles. Now he'll tuck this and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He sets up the screen to Matthews. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Needing a few yards. Here's Matthews. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one sent away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll try and run this one right up the gun. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. A strong run there, and for a team and a coaching staff that says they're consistently striving for a solid running game, they love those plays.
Yeah, that one didn't net them a first down, but isn't it the type of play that you write down on your sheet? That worked pretty well. Make sure you come back to it, especially in a key situation.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
They stay on the ground with Matthews again. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Looking to put a drive together. The slot man in motion right. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2nd down and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Brings up
2nd and 4. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
First down and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A Great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
This is 2nd and 8.
They give to the fullback on the dive. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Running from the gun with Matthews. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 13, a minute 54 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he goes out right around the 39.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
He finds his man complete. It's Wilkins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilkins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That's another first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Here comes second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
And now the spike with 36 seconds left to go.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on third and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for our visitors, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves.